Yo, what's up guys? Please do not let this coming altcoin crash take you off guard. We can all see what's coming right here, and in this video I would like to talk about how to prepare for this actually, because a lot of people, they may know that altcoins look like complete crap right now, but they also want some exposure to the market just in case, right? And I can totally understand that. So let's take a look at what I'm planning to do. With that being said, welcome to the FOMO Factory. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification if you're here. And if you are still here in crypto, you're one of the few. So congratulations, bro. You're probably going to make it, right? Because the crypto space, the best moment to step in is when nobody else wants to step in, right? So the people that are still here are in a great position, right? Like the majority of the people will step in once we are approaching new all-time highs again. That's just what it is. That's how it works, right? But this is the total 3, so the altcoin market, and it doesn't really look good, man. If we look on the daily chart, like I said in previous videos as well, we have this diagonal line as resistance, which goes back to 2021, right? Where the bear market started. Every time we get there, we get rejected, and we broke every single form of support that we had by these moving averages, 50 to 100, the 200 weighted moving average. So that's now resistance as well, right? And basically the only support that we do have is, this horizontal of around 340 billion. Maybe we can take it towards 336 billion, but nothing more else than that is there, right? So these two lines are coming together real soon. And again, every time we approach this, also this bull market support band, we just get rejected and we go down. Now it's getting close. It's getting close. It's getting close. So, it's very understandable that the altcoin market probably goes down. If we look on the weekly chart, you can see that this is all resistance as well. And if you ask me, yeah, this resistance is much stronger than this single support line right here. Crypto can surprise you. It can go up though. But also this weekly candle so far doesn't look really that strong to me. But yeah, nevertheless, altcoins should go down, right? And it's simply because of one reason. That's the Bitcoin dominance. Right? If we look at, what if Bitcoin goes down, right? If Bitcoin goes down further from here, which is pretty likely in my opinion, right? It's now 26.5. Let's say we go to 24, maybe 25, and later this year, 20 or so, right? Well, that's not good for altcoins. I mean, Bitcoin is correcting a bit. Altcoins are correcting way more. So if Bitcoin goes down, altcoins go down as well, right? That's usually what happens. So if that happens, we can see the total 3 finally break this support right here. And we are likely to make new lows for a lot of altcoins, like low, okay? But what if Bitcoin goes up? You might feel like, oh, then altcoins are doing good. So let's FOMO the fuck into altcoins. No, that's at least not what I'm doing, because so far, every time Bitcoin is going up, the Bitcoin dominance is going up as well, right? That's the thing. Again, this the Bitcoin dominance, if we overlay Bitcoin with this, this is quite funny. Just look at this every single time and I'll be like, oh my God, look, the Bitcoin price is now here. Last time we were there was here, right? It was this point. So the last time we were here, Bitcoin dominance was sitting at a level of around 45.5%. Now Bitcoin itself is at the same level, but the Bitcoin dominance is already at 47.5%. Right, so the Bitcoin dominance is going up, although Bitcoin itself isn't. So money is leaving altcoins into Bitcoin. It's very simply what's happening right now, right? So if Bitcoin sees a good push to the upside, you see it right here. Bitcoin pushes, Bitcoin dominance pushes. Bitcoin pushes, the Bitcoin dominance pushes, right? It's now exactly following each other, basically. Here we go down on Bitcoin, here we go down on the dominance. Up, down, sideways, right? It's what's happening right now. So Bitcoin going down, not good for altcoins. But Bitcoin going up will take the Bitcoin dominance up as well. And guess what? We are already sitting at the highest point, basically of the complete range that we've been in since the last 2 years, right? So if we do see another push up, it will be a breakout of this range and we can go way further up, which means that altcoins will get at least completely wrecked against their Bitcoin pair. right? But the problem is a lot of altcoins on their Bitcoin pair are already sitting at lows. Volker Forge is right here. It's now finally approaching, right? It's bull market support band. Got a nice rejection right there, of course. This horizontal diagonal. But, you know, 2 weeks ago, it made a new low. That was the low. I like Volker Forge. When was the best time to buy? So far, 2 weeks ago. Anything before? Not. Right? That's what it is. And a lot of other altcoins are also looking like crap because some are already into new lows. If you look at, I showed this before, like AVAX making a new low every time I shoot a video about it. Although it's a very good project, right? Doesn't have to mean that I'm only looking at old coins or bad coins or whatever. No, definitely not. Right? We look at everything. And overall, this is what happens, right? And the chart that reflects the, the average of all of these coins is the Bitcoin dominance. You just see that altcoins are getting destroyed by Bitcoin lately. That's just what it is, right? But the problem is if that happens and the, Bitcoin goes up, so the dominance goes up as well, then altcoins, like AVAX, for example, already lost its support, right? So that's going to be a hard free fall. Right, like really hard. AVAX can go down a lot, like 50% on its Bitcoin pair, right? But what if then Bitcoin after that sees a very, very big correction? Then AVAX is already worth less against Bitcoin. But what if Bitcoin also decides to go down 30%? That's the end for altcoins. Well, not the end, but that's the final capitulation that we are waiting for. And a lot of them already don't look good, right? A lot of them already don't look good. Like Moonbeam on its Bitcoin pair making, like it's a low after a low after a low every week. Sorry, but who in the hell is investing in this right now? Then look at the chart first, right? If you look on its dollar pair, also making lower lows, right? Hello, I don't know. That's a very, different project. And that's a good example as well, because I don't only want to show you the downside. There are also coins, of course, that do very well. But the problem is it's very hard to pick these coins. Right, because you can feel like this is the best coin, and I know a lot of good coins, but it doesn't necessarily mean they will do this right now, right? That's not necessarily something that you can predict. Otherwise, crypto will be really easy, right? But the majority doesn't look like this. A lot of people like Hex. What happened to Hex? Got completely wrecked, right? In a matter of a couple of weeks. It's now down 85%. Like on its wick, it's down 88%. Like, what the fuck? That's more than what Bitcoin did in its previous complete bear market, right? Like, whoa. Like, Hexagon. Well, buy money. That's basically what it means, right? And that's because Hex, in this case, is super speculative, right? Super speculative. And no working product, nothing. Only hype and community. And there's nothing wrong with that. But then only in a bull market, right? If you invest in a bear market in Hex, then yeah, okay, then you might lose 90%. If you're willing to do that, go ahead. Same goes for Cake though. I had Cake before, but not anymore. And I don't see a good reason why I should, because if you think about it, like everybody uses Pancake Swap, right? Okay, cool. But what do you need Cake for exactly? Well, the chart backs it up right now. Like people don't really need it, so they dump it, right? It's terrible, and a lot of these projects look terrible. And even the projects with an insane good use case, Chainlink, right? Looks like it's ranging, right? Looks like it's ranging between $8.20 and $5.50 or so, right? And it's now sitting at $6.20. So you might be like looking at this chart and be like, oh yeah, it's now at the bottom side of the range. It's a good moment to buy. Yeah, you really think so? If you look at Link Bitcoin, it's basically sitting at its low, right? So also it's stupid, right? We only had a low here. It's very likely to take that out, right? Because it's just that it's performing badly against Bitcoin. It's performing badly against Bitcoin, but this dollar chart is holding up because Bitcoin is holding up. Only the reason that's happening right now, right? So then if you feel like, okay, yeah, Bitcoin has better rewards right now and it is less risky, then why not just invest in Bitcoin? And that's kind of how you can prepare to that. So the way that I do it is I am stacking a shitload of cash at first, right? Because if I want to invest my cash into the altcoin market, which I'm probably not going to do too much, but then I look at the total 3, right? This total 3 is the complete altcoin market against the dollar. Then I just look at this chart and I look at the range right here, right? This falling wedge. And I feel like, okay, where are we right now? Support or resistance? Well, resistance. So I'm going to buy right now? No, I'm not buying resistance. I'm buying support, right? That's what you want to sell the resistance. So where we are right now, I'm not buying. Right, and if you really want to cherry pick, yeah, look, I'm a longer term investor, right? And I'm not telling you on this video how to trade or anything or make these short term things. If you really zoom in a lot, you could be like, yeah, but if it bounces right here and it goes back up, you can make a 2.5%. If you do that on a 10x leverage, then yeah. Great. I just want to stack my money into good quality projects that I can look to in like 2 years and be like, oh shit, they are worth a lot right now. But then at first you have to get the best entry, right? For me, that's here or here, right? Or in the breakout, right? If it finally breaks out this time, right? Also fine. And I'm buying at the same level as where we are right now, but then with this line as support instead of resistance. So I'm stacking cash, get a job. That's basically what you don't want to hear from a crypto YouTuber. Hey guys, you know how you're gonna make it? Go work at McDonald's, fuck you, bye. But it is kind of what it is right now. Get a job, get a cash flow, right? Whatever it might be. Make sure that you have money, disposable income. And be patient, because crypto is player versus player. Let these other players throw their money away by buying the resistance. And when everybody is broke and the crash happens and nobody wants it anymore or has the money or the interest anymore to buy it, then you are prepared with your bag of cash. And believe me, you do not need a lot to make a lot at that point, right? At this point, it's hard. At this point, it's way easier, let alone if we break out of this range to the downside. Could happen, right? Remember last cycle also. So that's one. Yeah, second thing that I'm basically waiting to see how it goes, because I want to buy altcoins with my Bitcoin whenever the Bitcoin dominance is sitting at a really high level. Look, if you look at the chart like this, like this, put a little in perspective. This is the Bitcoin dominance, right? If the Bitcoin dominance goes down, then altcoins run very hard against Bitcoin. If the dominance goes up, Bitcoin runs very hard against altcoins. So what I am basically waiting for is for Bitcoin to go down. I think 20K is definitely possible this year. So I'm waiting for that, right? And we'll see by then how things are looking. Maybe it goes down more, or I don't know. But I want to get Bitcoin at a good entry with the cash that I have right now. That crash will take the Bitcoin dominance a little down, right? Or maybe we break out first and then retest it with the downwards move. Whatever might be there, I will deploy into Bitcoin. Then if Bitcoin dominance goes up a lot, right? And the altcoin market saw a good crash, and I will make videos by then how it's all looking. But when the time is right, I'm going to use a good part of that Bitcoin to deploy that into altcoins. Right? Because then you get way better entries still. Like I said, you can buy the continuous dips on altcoins. And you think like, oh yeah, I bought here. So yeah, I'm now here. I have profit. Well, no, yeah, a little bit. But then again, if you look at Chainlink Bitcoin, they feel like, oh, I bought Chainlink here, but it's now here. So it's worth like 30% less Bitcoin. Could have better bought Bitcoin then, right? The fuck? So yeah, you want to get the best entry possible, of course. So yeah, I think that so far it's a little bit of a slow bleed, right? Also with AVAX dollar, you look at it and like this week, it was $19, right? Week later, it was like 17. Week later, it was around 15, 16. And it was 14. And that way you feel like, oh yeah, you don't really notice that you're getting wrecked. That's the thing. One day you look at your portfolio and compare it with a year ago, and you'll be like, what happened? Well, this happened. So that's what's happening so far. This is the most painful part, I think. But I am basically hoping for a big ass flush out. So yeah, and there are of course a lot of altcoins that I am interested in, but that's for a different reason. And like everybody could have these reasons. Like for example, Delysium. Yeah, I have these nodes running, right? So I get this token daily passively, and as long as it's 14 cents, I get like enough. So this is an altcoin. I won't buy this on the open market right now, but that's just because I have 22 nodes running, right? If you don't have this token yet, yeah, then you might look at it differently. Games for a living is just great. I have so much FOMO for this project, but I know. Seedify as well got completely wrecked, right? We were sitting at 160. Well, at least a couple of weeks ago, we were sitting at 150, 140, right? And we are now already back below $1. But yeah, I made a lot of money by participating in these lunches. So although I lost on my Seedify so far, we'll get back up though. I made it way back with these lunches that I did, right? Made a 40x out of Chain GPT. Yeah, it's nice if you can invest 2K in something like that, right? So you want to get a high tier with these projects. Now I'm talking about lunches. One more thing. Guys, this community is insane. So we made this project. What do you mean? And we're in the private sale right now. Private sale A ended, and we had the second round of private sale A. We wanted to raise $5,000 in a matter of, I think, 8-9 seconds. We raised 15,000. It was fucking incredible. How the hell did we oversold by 3x in like 9 seconds? So yeah, that took me by surprise, man. How much demand there is for this project right here is freaking incredible. So definitely check out. I'm gonna leave this in the description down below. Private sale B will start soon. After that, we will go into a pre-sale, a pink sale, and then we're gonna launch. And yeah, it sounds a little hypocritical, right? Like, oh, don't buy altcoins, don't buy altcoins. Hey, I made an altcoin. And it might be a little bit, but if you know about the utility, then you probably feel like, oh, the lower the altcoin market goes, the more sense it makes to get into this project, right? But therefore, go to the website and check out the white paper right here. Read it, and you will understand why this project is only going to do way better over the long term if the altcoin market is sitting really low. So that's what I want to wrap it up with, guys. If you like the video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, turn on the bell notifications, and I'll see you tomorrow.